Ciao a tutti, Marcello here. The Steam Next Fest of October 2024 just kicked off a few hours ago, and it's one of those events that I both love and hate at the same time. I love it because there's so much to try, and I hate it because sometimes these demos are time limited. So given the limited time and knowing I'm not the only one with a long list of games to check out, I thought it might be useful to share a few suggestions. So let's go. I have to kick things off by talking about an RPG I'm eagerly awaiting for, and one I can't recommend enough. Neon Blood. This is a 2.5D RPG, a style that's really gaining traction these days that puts you in the shoes of a detective in a futuristic cyberpunk world. Your mission? Uncover intricate conspiracies in the city of Viridis. You'll be exposing these secrets through a deep and complex dialogue system to gather clues and learn every secret the city holds. On top of that, you'll dive into the turn-based combat in classic JRPG fashions, where you can bring various allies you meet along the way. The pixelated graphics are stunning, and the game is set to drop next month on both PC and consoles.
Oops, I have to go to work.
And there's Cyrus.
Another title that's been on my radar is Ved. This RPG has been in development for about 12 years and it's really turning heads thanks to its unique art style.
No.
It's a story-driven RPG set in a fantasy world full of choices that lead to multiple endings, with a combat system inspired by Slay Spire, but with a twist. Movement plays a critical role in battles. You'll also explore floating islands in a world beautifully rendered with a distinctive graphical style. That is set to release in November as well.
No one must know about magic or use it. Our strength requires for us to suffer, for the sake of the safety of thousands of people.
Now, if you're into SRPGs like Fire Emblem, you absolutely have to check out Stratagem Lost. It incorporates all the classic mechanics that define the genre, while adding a killer visual style that I'd describe as heavy metal, matching the soundtrack perfectly.
Not to make friends.
Just a few days ago, the game launched its Kickstarter campaign, and there's a demo available to try before deciding if you want to back the developer.
Not everyone has to like it.
When are you gonna get tired of yelling, old man? Feels like it's been the same thing for 5 years.
There's something under the surface here. You can either ignore it, or you can open up your eyes.
You sure you want to keep looking for secrets? That kind of attitude is how people get killed.
You told me you would come. You would try to manipulate me. Did you forget what we're here for? Hunt down the beast! Nothing else matters.
Welcome to the cannibal culture. We create exactly what we consume. That's our future.
Who cares about the future? Look around you! We're just trying to save tomorrow.
Speaking of Kickstarter campaigns, there's also Forge of the Fire, an indie JRPG that's in the final days of its very successful crowdfunding campaign. While the campaign is wrapping up, the game already offers a demo where you can explore its world, steeped in Celtic folklore and inspired by 1800s Ireland. You'll step into the shoes of Fiora, facing classic turn-based combat with a unique system that lets you harness the power of crystals to unlock new skills and spells. What sets this game apart from typical JRPGs is the branching paths that open or close based on the choices you make. Plus, the demo isn't tied to the Steam Next Fest, so you can take your time diving into it. If you are into retro aesthetics and games like Battle Brothers, then The Adventurers is a must-try. I take pride in being one of the first to announce this gem. It's an open world RPG, launching in early access this November, but you can already check out a demo that lets you experience the first 14 in-game days of your hero's journey. The Adventurers definitely shows a lot of promise, but there's still a lot of work to be done, especially when it comes to refine the UI. Right now it feels a bit too bare bones and simplistic for my taste. That said, it makes sense given that the game is still in early stages of development and has a long road ahead. In any case, the demo is available so you can try it out and form your own opinion. Another title to try is Bonaparte, a Mechanized Revolution, an upcoming turn-based strategy game set in an alternate steampunk version of the French Revolution. It features two core elements, political maneuvering and tactical combat. Politically, you'll navigate complex alliances with historical figures like Robespierre, Lafayette, and royalists, choosing sides and passing laws that affect both the nation and your battlefield strategy. On the battlefield, you command both conventional troops and giant steam-powered mechs called Colossi. Scheduled for release in Q1 2025, the demo is perfect to jump right away on this promising strategy game. Speaking of strategy games, there's Burden of Command, which might not be your typical World War II strategy game. While it's set during that sad period of history, the game places a much stronger emphasis on its RPG elements. You are not just commanding troops in tactical battles, you are responsible for the lives of the soldiers under your command. Each character under your command has their own personality, skills, and morale, making the stakes of combat feel personal. The game integrates elements like combat stress, morale, and permadeath, ensuring that every choice carries weight.
You remember when we arrived here, the crowds of people just like us.
Now let's talk about New Arc Line, an RPG I've been following for quite a while, which recently dropped an emotional trailer that gives a glimpse into its world. At first glance, it's peaceful and welcoming, but beneath the surface lies a dark and ruthless core. The game is set in a fascinating steampunk world, and what really piques my curiosity is its intriguing combat system. There's no release date yet, so the best things to do is dive into the demo while we wait for more news.
This was supposed to be a beautiful world.
Shifting away from the more serious tone, let's jump into something more vibrant, StarVaders. This colorful roguelike deck builder draws inspiration from the legendary Space Invaders, but with a modern twist. You'll command a mech tasked with defending Earth from waves of alien invaders in grid-based battles. It blends mechanics from popular titles like Slay the Spire and Into the Breach, delivering a fast-paced strategic experience focused on crafting powerful card combos. Scheduled for release in Q2 2025, the game's demos is available for you to try. A few days ago, I wrote an article about first-person dungeon crawlers, a genre I absolutely love, mentioning Golel and Cyclopean. Both games can be tested during the festival. As for Golel, it's a fantasy RPG that sticks to the classic conventions of the genre, but pushes you to use the environment to your advantage in order to overcome monsters that are often far too powerful to take down directly. The game boasts an impressive visuals, and I already had the chance to try the demo, which I found genuinely intriguing. On the other hand, Cyclopean features a retro graphics style with grid-based exploration and turn-based combat. Get this, Cuts to Rescue. It's got a unique twist, and it's definitely worth checking out the demo to see what it has in store. Keep sticking with dungeon crawlers, there's Eclipse, an RPG that features classic exploration mechanics and turn-based combat with a card system twist. You'll have 3 playable classes, plenty of unpredictability thanks to the card mechanics, and lots of treasure to uncover in the dungeons you explore. It's definitely a title to keep on your radar if you're into that blend of strategy and dungeon crawling. Next up is Flint, Treasure of the Oblivion, which was originally slated to release at the end of October, but I recently found out that the release date has been pushed to Q4 2024 on Steam. While there's a bit of a delay, the demo is already available, giving you a taste of what this pirate-themed RPG has to offer. You'll step into the shoes of a famous pirate navigating a world of choices, and the combat system takes place on a grid with dice rolls determining your moves. If you're a fan of isometric RPGs, this one is worth to checking out. And let's end with one of the most surprising discoveries for me, LURKS Within Worlds. It's an horror game that immediately grabbed my attention with its creepy, well-designed monsters crafted by the well-known artist Trevor Anderson, who's credited with creating some of the internet's most unsettling creatures. The game also features a dynamic, fast-paced turn-based combat system, which is rare for a horror game and a welcome surprise. Definitely one to try if you're a fan of both horror and tactical gameplay. This video ends here. Let me know what you think about these games in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting me through all my pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!